Hey y'all, it's Trey here, coming to you in my finest suit for a reason. I'm letting you know that this Saturday, April 26th, I'm excited to be joining a host of incredible comedians for an online pay-per-view special called Not the White House Correspondents' Dinner. It's our take on what it might have been like if we were allowed to do one this year, all right? So that's what we're giving to you this Saturday, online only. Check it out, $20.26, link in the description. You ain't going to believe this lineup of great comics. It's going to be a good show.
All right, you know I like my legal news happy clappy, but I mean, for legit, can I just tell you all the things I saved for you? Just headlines. Breaking. Judge blocked a key part of Trump's order intending to upend U.S. elections and make it harder for millions of people to register to vote. They blocked his efforts to require proof of citizenship to register to vote. Federal judge blocks Trump's shutdown of NPR and PBS. Federal judge has just ruled for our clients that this is ACLU and blocked the Trump administration from enforcing a directive prohibiting schools from teaching or operating any programs related to diversity, equity, and inclusion. Blah, blah. U.S. judge blocks Trump administration from withholding federal funds from 16 sanctuary cities and counties. I mean, Glenn, it's so much winning.
Yeah, you know, Steph, I'm not much of a comedian, but if anybody wants to click on my Justice Matters video that I posted last night, I gave comedy a shot, and I opened with a picture of Donald Trump. And I said, hey, loser, get in. We're going losing. Because he lost. I mean, it's historic. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. Yeah. All of the losing he's doing. And Steph, thank goodness, federal judges, including lots of Reagan appointees, are taking him to task, are calling him out. And I feel like I keep wanting to say we're reaching a tipping point. Yeah. But, you know, if he just thumbs his nose at court orders, including Supreme Court rulings and orders, that will be him trying to bring an end to our constitutional construct of government. And I don't think he's going to be able to end our democracy. So let's keep up this losing streak. So
can you explain to me where we are on this whole El Salvador thing? A federal judge ruled yesterday a second man must be returned from an El Salvador prison. The man referred to in court documents as Christian is the pseudonym, was among those swept up and flown to the facility. He's age 20, a native of Venezuela. Where are we on all this, on Abrego himself?
We are making progress, but the progress is slow. You know, people probably know that the courts, particularly the federal courts, move at a snail's pace. What they are doing right now, including the judge who's presiding over the Abrego Garcia case, is they're moving at light speed. They're only taking a week or a matter of days to rule on the issues that are coming at them fast and furious. But we are making progress. There is actually a little crack of light that is shining through the Abrego Garcia litigation, where there was a suggestion that the Trump administration said, okay, judge, wait a minute, give us some time because we're working on something. I'm reading between the lines, but I think the Trump administration may soon give up the ghost and may realize they've been caught red-handed. They have nowhere else to turn, and they're going to have to, one, bring people back that they may have. This is my suspicion. They may have to bring people back they've wrongly deported, and they may have to stop trying to, disappear people to prisons in foreign lands. Hopefully that is the direction in which we're moving.
Yeah, I have to say, I know polling, whatever, but I got to say, the polling even on that, on the thing that you think is Trump's strength, immigration or deportation, American people appear to get it. That this is,
what we know, Steph, is the only thing that will move Republicans if they are, losing the likelihood that they will be reelected. That's the only thing that could cause them to make a break from Trump. If they think they win more votes or retain more votes by breaking from Trump, then ultimately, because they are all so self-centered and egocentric, they will break from Trump if it means keeping their own power and position. So let's keep up those bad polling numbers.
Yeah. I wondered if you caught this. Mrs. Betty Bowers, the America's Best Christian.
I've heard, yes.
Yeah. She tweeted in SCOTUS's 7-2 ruling stopping more kidnapped people from being sent to El Salvador, the majority justices didn't wait for Alito to write his dissent. That's odd and suggests they didn't trust him to act in good faith, that his plan was to hold up the order until the prisoners were already gone. I would not put that past Alito, would you?
No, and that 7-2 is a really important split, because if you can get Chief Justice Roberts and Amy Coney Barrett and Gorsuch and Kavanaugh on the right side of the law and the Constitution, boy, that's saying something. And I can only imagine that Alito was busy trudging out to his front lawn and raising his upside down flag on his flagpole. And, it's funny, but he blames that on his wife.
Yeah.
The upside down flag. I mean, who would have thought that, Alito doesn't have autonomy over his own flagpole?
Yeah. Right?
With a hat tip to John Fugelsang for that line.
Right.
Most men blame their wife.
Fugelsang.
Most men blame their wife for flagpole trouble. Okay. Why do you think Trump is putting up 200-foot ones? Okay. Katie Porter tweeted, this is legit troubling. She said, "My blood is boiling. This is appalling. Andre, the makeup artist deported to Trump's foreign prison in El Salvador without due process and under false pretenses, hasn't been heard from in weeks. Members of Congress who went to El Salvador asked for proof of life and did not get it." So there is obviously a lot of concern.
Yeah. And Steph, people should be held criminally accountable for that. Not just, let's try to bring back the wrongly deported. People should be held criminally accountable. And I'm telling you, when we come back into the light on the rule of law front, it is going to be our responsibility to hold accountable the people who did this to, I don't care if you're an American citizen or not. The Constitution says what it says about all of us having due process rights. If Trump was so confident that he had the goods to deport these people, then for gosh sakes, go into court, hold the hearing, give them their due process rights. If you got the goods, the judge will order them deported, but you don't have the goods.
We're even to his own voters. Glenn, Rue tweets, "Farmers are suing Trump for the grants Biden gave them because they've been canceled. Maybe they should have voted for the woman who would have honored them." According to polling and everything else in these first 100 days, this is the biggest case of F around and find out ever. But these are the people that voted for him having to sue him.
He's going to hurt his supporters as much, if not more, than he hurts any other demographic. And that is what will continue to spell his political demise.
Hey, I'm John Fugelsang, and this weekend is the political comedy pay-per-view event of the year, not the White House Correspondents' Dinner. A very special pay-per-view for Americans who aren't afraid of political comedy or facts. Over a dozen comics, pundits, and influencers giving very different mini White House Correspondents' addresses, including Hal Sparks, Elaine Boozler, Alonzo Bowden, Trey Crowder, the liberal redneck, Glenn Kirschner, Allison Gill of Mueller, She Wrote, Frangela, Brooklyn Dad Defiant, Chuck Nice of Star Talk, Dino Badala, JoJo from Jurors, and Frank Conniff of Mystery Science Theater 3000. Just added, Miss Stephanie Miller. Catch Not the White House Correspondents' Dinner live Saturday, April 26th, instead of that other thing, because when they silence the comedians, we get louder. Or stream it on demand for just $20.26, because that's a good number to think about. Meethook.live/not. It's going to be inspiring. It's going to be hilarious. It's going to be deeply offensive to exactly the right people. Meethook.live/not.